Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check, check. Lucky. Recon, 132 fight. Ready, go.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
90. Whoa. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Second and 11. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Uzomah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
61. Matchbox, right.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First down, Bengals.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go. Come on now, come on now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harmon. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Second and 14. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check, Charlie.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Carmel. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Carmel. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A first-half update now from Philadelphia. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Carmen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions,
Live
right?
conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
58's the money. Check.
Second and 2. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
You got nothing. Watch twist. 80 weapon.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Number 53. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
On third down, Harmon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man there is Malone. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, see it. On. 60 out block. Buzz.
They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Still playing soccer. Yep. Football.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Hey, pick your game up. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I got one. I got one. I got one. Go.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Check, boys.
On first down, Kirkland. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Harmon. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
It's now 4th down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Set the tone. Throw team spill. Defense, let's go.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert.
Ready, go.
2nd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Set. 60. Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Blue dog Porkers. Blue dog Porkers.
Check, 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 check.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Malone, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On second down, Kirkland. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. 3 balls.
On 4th down, Harmon. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 pace, let's go. Not today, you are. Not today. Set, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gross. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me. Scene 6. Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33. Cut.
On second down, Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Check. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkland. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harmon. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on 1st down. Kirkland, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on 2nd down. Harmon. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
1st down, Cincinnati.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
36-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harmon. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
I'm letting you go. Mike, hey, let's get that ball, D. Squeeze.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Off the bootleg. Harmon. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, the Broncos have added on to that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
So we got man. 58 to Mike. 58. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Harmon, and Thomas has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harmon, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again. Harmon. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Okay. Check. Shift.
Back to throw. Harmon. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Harmon. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Throwing on first down. Harmon. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
Off the play fake. Harmon. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the gun on third down, Harmon. And he comes back with one complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First down, Bengals.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
56.
Operating from the gun. Harmon. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Tight down. There you go.
Here's second and 8. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Mike, 53.
From the gun, Harmon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch 10.
On 4th down, Harmon. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looking to throw. Harmon being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point safely through. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Bengals 7.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first down.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, Kirkland. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the Bengals on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Back to throw. Harmon. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Okay, ready? Yes, Mike. Let's go. Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Even. 4 down, even. Ready, go.
And they take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.